Om Shanti Atsabai, we can get started.
Om Shanti, good morning. So we are reading the original Murli spoken on February 13th, 1992. So this is the Murli that Baba is speaking about love, something which is dear for us. Just adjust my screen. So wherein Baba was emphasizing on what the love that we experience in this birth from God is what going to enable us to experience the love for next 21 births. So the comforter of heart. So what is this meeting? So in order to experience love, we need to meet Baba, meet somebody. What does this meeting do? What is it going to do for us? So it is going to give all powers, all attainments, all the love. It restores our Swaman. It removes all the obstacles. And Baba is mainly emphasizing on all that we need in whole of the cycle. We receive that now in this meeting with Baba. So Baba is emphasizing on the importance of the love that we experience, God's love that we experience now. You're celebrating this day as the day of strong love. So this is a day before Valentine's Day, which in other words, it's a night, so it may be pretty much the day of Valentine's. So, and then Baba went in depth from meeting to love, from love to being merged. Merged in love means totally absorbed in love, not just experiencing once in a while, but being in love or being absorbed in love. And Baba was expanding what is a memorial of that on the path of bhakti. When somebody is, they say that they want to merge into Brahma Tattva. So this is where Baba is comparing there in that practice on the path of bhakti, what we experience and what do we experience by being merged here. There they don't experience anything. They experience a sense of shunya, like emptiness or nothingness. But here you experience everything. Here you experience all the love, all the power, all the support. So so Baba is emphasizing. And then once Baba taking it further to make it more actionable, Baba says when you are in love, when you're merged in love, you become karma yogi. In other words, you do what you need to do in this physical plane, but you bring a whole different energy into your action. Is it possible to perform actions and be merged at the same time? So Baba is bringing our attention on being a karma yogi. So someone who is a karma yogi can receive extra help as a part of that time. And now Baba expanding more into karma yogi. Now it is not just one soul working, it is two souls working. Yes, definitely there is only two hands and two legs and two eyes. It's only one body that Baba is going to use. Both you and Baba, both together, can work through one body. So that is where Baba is emphasizing on being a double force, Baba and me. With this love, you do not feel anything to be difficult, and and then here is where Baba is emphasizing more on Baba, the Almighty Authority. So when, in other words, the powers come into action. So Baba is bringing our attention more into there should be equality in remembrance, tapasya, and seva. Tyag, tapasya, seva. So renunciation leads to remembrance, and remembrance, tapasya, and seva. So there should be equality in power and love, equality in having love and being detached. There should be equality in being detached at the time of performing actions. And although you may be sitting separately, there should be equality in your stage. Someone who claims a number in the art of maintaining a balance of equality will become great. Are you able to do both of these, or is it that when you begin to do service, you come down from the stage of being up above? So Baba is making it, building our endurance, so having yoga, staying combined, being in action, and going into that constant stage, natural karma yogi stage. While performing action, while being karma yogi, is it possible to be merged in love? You will then become victorious. Now, those who have become victorious in maintaining a balance will claim a prize. Right? So after we were reading from yesterday, from today, Baba is telling, today you have given a special invitation to Baba. Is this what your heaven will be like? Babdada considers his celebration to be included in the celebration of the million. Maybe I think there is some rhyming here. Babdada considers his celebration to be included in the celebration of the children. You will celebrate in heaven, whereas Father will celebrate in this celebration, Milan. Celebrate a lot, dance a lot, swing a lot. Always celebrate in happiness. You will definitely receive the reward of effort. Here, you are easy effort makers, and there you will be those who claim the reward easily. However, you will have changed from being like a diamond to being like gold. At the moment, you are diamonds. So, the entire confluence age is a day of love when Baba and children have specially become companions. Is just today the day of love, or is every day a day of love? These are the small games within the games of unlimited drama. Congratulations for having decorated heaven so much. Baba does not see this decoration as decoration, but as the love of everyone's heart. This decoration is nothing compared to your true love. Baba is seeing your love. Normally, when someone is invited, the one who is invited does not speak, but it is those who have given the invitation who speak. Children have so much love that they are unable to see anything except Baba. Therefore, in order for this love of heart be expressed, this game of today has been created. It is good. Let's take a pause. Let's reflect on this. Now, Baba is bringing everything together. Baba says, to all the souls who are constantly merged in love, to souls who constantly experience the experience the company with love, to the souls who are constantly so close and equal to the Father, with the consciousness of one Father and none other, to the special souls who experience the elevated art of conference age, to the souls who are liberated from all limited attractions and who are lost in love, in the love of all relationship with Father, love, remembrance, and namaste. So this consolidates everything about the Murli. And Baba is meeting Maharatis and Dadis and senior brothers. Those who are instruments always have special remembrance. All of you also have special love for the instrument souls, do you not? This is why all of you are merged in love. For the souls who have become instruments, their part is fixed in the drama. Shaktis and Pandavas are both instruments. Drama has made the Shaktis and Pandavas instrument at the same time. And so you have the special gift of being instruments. The part of being an instrument always makes you loving and detached. If your practice of being an instrument is natural and easy, then progress of the self and others is merged in every step. The steps of those souls are not on the ground, but on the stage. All the souls everywhere automatically look at the stage. There is the stage of unlimited world and also the elevated stage of easy effort. Both stages are high. Instrument souls always have the awareness. In front of the world, they are an example of being an equal to the Father. You are such instrument souls, are you not? You have been instruments from the beginning of establishment and will always be that. Is it like that? This is also extra luck. And luck automatically increases the love in your heart. It is good. You are making plans as instruments. And these reach Bapdada, become powerful in practical form, and also continue to fill others with power and continue to bring revelation close. Now, seeing this world, the majority of the souls have become tired. They want newness. You can give the experience of newness at this time. Whatever you have been done, whatever you have been very good, and it will be very good in a practical way too. Very good plans have been made by those in this land and those abroad. To have revealed Father Brahma means to have revealed Bap and Dada together, because Brahma became Brahma when the Father made him that. So, Bap, the Father, is merged in Dada, and Dada is merged in Baba. To follow Father Brahma in this way means to become a soul merged in soul, in love. It is like that, isn't it? Acha. So Baba is meeting groups. The the things in everyone's heart reach the comforter of hearts at very fast speed. You just have a thought and it reaches Bapdada. Bapdada also continues to see the thought, service, and the stage of each of you according to your own method. All of you are effort makers. All of you also have love. But there is definitely variety. The aim of each one of you is elevated, and because of having the elevated aim, you are moving forward. Some are moving forward at a fast speed, whereas others are moving at an ordinary speed. There is progress, but number wise. Everyone has zeal and enthusiasm for tapasya. However, there is a difference in it being constant and easy. The easiest method of constant remembrance is to experience Baba's company at all times. The experience of his company liberates you from laboring to have remembrance. When he is with you, you would remember him, would you not? And his company is not that he is just sitting with you, but that he is your companion. That is, he is your helper. You can be you can be forgotten by anyone when they become busy in their own work, but this companion never forgets you. So you have the Father's company with him as your companion in every action. The one who gives you his companionship never forgets you. He is with you, and he is such a companion that he enables you to perform actions easily. How can you forget him? In an ordinary way, too, if someone is cooperative with you in any task, you would repeatedly give thanks to that one from your heart. And the Father becomes your companion and makes difficult things easy. How can you forget such a companion? Cha? Om Shanti. So, Baba is emphasizing on being an instrument, nyare pyare, detached and loving. And Baba is emphasizing on the power of the company that he is giving us. Let's take a minute to meditate on this. Make yourself very detached. Detached from this worldly ambience, worldly awareness. Make yourself very comfortable in your spiritual awareness as an eternal soul. In the eternal home, in the company of the eternal Father. Focus on how it feels to be in this awareness. Awareness of being eternal, awareness of being with eternal Father. Feel that sense of belonging, feel that sense of love, feel that sense of companionship, the support. So how it makes you feel carefree, empowered, elevated. So how it makes you feel successful, victorious. And now just carry this awareness as a karma yogi in your day-to-day life, holding Baba's company at home, And just visualize how it feels to be victorious at home. Nothing limited is affecting. Eternal, detached and loving at home with friends and family. How does it feel to be a karma yogi at work? How it feels to be a karma yogi in service. Karma yogi with Baba as your companion. Stay with this awareness. And try to see how it feels to be merged in Baba's love. How it feels to take Baba's powers. How it feels to use Baba's powers in action. At every moment, at every context, every circumstance. Try to observe that continuity of that connection throughout the day. How it feels to be with Baba. Making the most out of this time, the diamond opportunity to experience God's love and God's company. Om Shanti Shanti. So, what's resonated from today's Murli? How did this Murli made a difference in your connection with Baba? Feel free to unmute yourself and share your thoughts.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Bhai, yeah, after yesterday's experiment, I found that the decisions I have taken have been correct. I had said that I would remember him for a while before taking any decisions. And it
Mm,
does help. But however, the job kept piling up. I mean, one after the other, one after the other, and there was hardly any time for me to remember him, I felt. And today, Baba comes up with the idea that you should keep me as your companion, you know,
mm,
always. So that way, I never feel that I have detached him. In fact, I have put a poster against my table, very table, जहाँ पे बाबा कहते हैं चिंता मत करो मैं बैठा हूँ. Whenever
mm,
I come across tough cases, very critical cases, I always look at that and handle, you know. So that way I personally feel that I'm still connected to him. And but but there is no one fine point, despite me having to play the traffic control on my phone. But I still find that the in the work is just constant. There is no pause in between.
mm,
So that's what I say, that I'm not exhausted though. I feel
mm,
that I still have ideas to work, the courage to work. Maybe that is what is being given by Baba. I don't know whether that is equivalent to keeping him with me or not.
mm.
And
So one
Om
of the
Shanti.
things, in especially at work, right? So as you grow up in terms of responsibility, they say you need to learn how to delegate your responsibility to others. So I think here, especially when Baba says, like, look, now you have two souls working through you, and you got a powerful team member who can do the task much better than ourselves. So we need to learn a knack of delegating some of the things to Baba. I think it is some skill that we need to learn, and how to be an instrument which is like uh, allow there is in Zen there is something called stay in the state of flow state. So which is like, I mean, sometimes in sports we use the get into the zone, which is like you are just cruising through, you are just running, you get into a rhythm, and then you just keep going, and then your limit has already gone, and then we use the term called you're in your second wind. So second wind is like you did whatever you can do from a physical perspective, then the next part of your race is all about you're just running on the power of your mind. So they call it as second wind. So I think here Baba is asking us to to delegate both cognitive and also experiential interactions. Like when sometimes we know like there is not much to share, but we want to just give uh, we just want to be nice, like there is not much to talk, but just be nice. So even there also, when we use Baba to work through us, create that ambience and atmosphere, uh, I think that that act of delegating that kind of thinking and creating that experience to Baba, I think that will take us to the next level, I feel. Yes. Yes, Girija Ben?
Actually, Om Shanti brothers. Actually, I had something else in between to ask about this. What is the stage of the unlimited world and what is the stage of the elevated epicus? I'll come back to that because Vinod Bhai's this question on companion of God really was yesterday. See, remember when we said yesterday about merged in love? We said our merged in love is different. We maintain our own identity. That's why it is exactly contrast to Aham Brahmasmi. We had said that. So we are different. We are merged in love, but we are still what we are. We are the son. He is the father. So
Mm,
that will never get. That's what we had said, and that's what was a sign of a true karma yogi to know that. He is there and you are also there. And he'll be there when he needs you. So
Mm.
that's where it was like a double engine, double force. That's what we said. But
Mm.
as he rightly said, and even Baba is saying, just because I said I'm your companion, that doesn't mean I must sit with you, walk with you, eat with you, go with you. Sorry, that's not my job. He is your companion, and when he is your helper. And
Mm.
and others, when they are busy in their work, they may forget you. They'll say, "Oh my God, I just forgot what you asked. It's sorry. Can you come back? What you wanted and all." That's what Baba is trying to say. And even that poster which he's talking about, no, there are two
Mm.
kinds of posters. Chinta क्यों करती हूँ मैं बैठा हूँ, and the latest one is मैं हूं ना, मैं हूं ना.
Mm.
That was
Mm.
it. See, all these, if you just see, it is just your own mind elevated effort ka stage. When this
Mm.
comes, I only remember those days, if you remember, that Bhagwan Mera Sati Hai, how much Dadi Janki used to love that song. And if you
Mm.
see in that Bhagwan Mera Sati Hai, each line, it was meaningful. That's when, her book, that Companion of God came. And I remember
Mm.
going through that book, how Dadi, whenever anyone asks, like, "Ye kya, how did you become like that?" Like Sadhu Vaswani, he used to just show his one finger up. She used to just show one finger up to say, ask him, he's the only source. So that Companion of God book, if you read, it's a beautiful thing to say, how can you make God a companion? But definitely he can't come and sit next to you on the table. He can't be anywhere on your poster. It's just that your mind is so closed, that merged in love, which I said with him, that whenever you want, no, you got, hello, come here, I am in trouble, better be over here, then you can go elsewhere. That kind of a thing you can do. Like Suraj Bhai always, not Suraj Bhai, Ramnath Bhai always used to say, whenever you have a headache, just
Mm.
call him and say, come here, what you're doing, they're simply saying, come and massage my head.
Mm.
Like these kind of things you've got to write again when it is merged in love. So,
Mm.
companion of God is there, but don't take him to be always there. But if
Mm.
suppose he was there and your work doesn't take place, who would you blame? Your effort or him? So it's a, I call that as a maze, this companion of God. So I feel it's our own effort, our own stage, our own the deep love, which gives us, that puppet ka string to just pull him. And he's not going to be. But all this happened after Brahma Baba became Abhyakt. It became much more easier because he could
Mm.
really extend like thousand arms he could do. So we
Mm.
have to be very careful with this word companion of God. So if you listen to that song, even if you can play that song at the end, Bhagwan Mera Sati Hai, and it's got such a devotional approach, a kind of something. How I would say, how can you be a Sati Baba for 6 billion children and all everywhere you're pulled? So it is your own play of mind, your own love which is merged, your own love which is lost with him. That energy is really making you work. I don't think every time he just comes as they show in pictures, no, oh, here there is God, God is coming, he does everything. I think that kind of magic, no. So this companion of God, we should really understand it in a beautiful way to know, um, because this is a legacy you have got with him. You so much love you have given him, he better come. I That's what I just wanted to add here. I'll come to my other question later.
Mm. Nice. Anyone else wants to add? Yes, Vijay Bhai.
Yeah, Om Shanti. So, yeah, the true love means, Baba says, no separation, right? No separation in the thoughts or in the awareness that has to be there all the time. So,
Mm.
and when that breaks, right, then that relationship also breaks. So this is all at the thought level, right? So at the mental level, so that we create, and in the form of thoughts we establish that relationship, and when that breaks, then that stage also breaks, right? Then again we'll have to create it, right? Sometimes I was experiencing this, that when we are able to set ourselves in an elevated stage, or by having elevated thoughts, of course, these love, connection, always give us good feeling, good stage also. But sometimes when something else comes in, right? So in between, some other thoughts also comes, right? Uh, something related to work or something others. So that will again pull down the stage. When we are deeply connected, when we go with the same powerful thought, creating a same stage, at the time uh, we don't even want to move the body. At the time, the body is also stable. Um, but at the same time, when other thought comes, when it is breaks, right, then there is a pull from the body side also, right? And I mean to say, this is all at the thought level, which is very subtle, right? It's easy to break, and it's easy to, I mean, once it broke, then having that same stages again, um, it requires some effort, isn't it? I mean, this is how I observed. So, just to give another example, just while walking, to have Baba's company, to have his hand in hand, right? When we walk, and then some other thoughts come, and then okay, we'll see that. Okay, we'll do it at that maybe after some time, or something that we need to do it at that moment of time. Then we do that, and then again come back to that same thought, right? Having Baba making holding his hand. That actually doesn't give that experience, um, because we'll have to again create that stage mentally, right? So I want to know how this, how you, Harshabai, create it all the time, and how can you create that, that stage, even if it breaks, what is the way to restore it to the same level, same stage? Yeah, thank you.
Harshabhai, can I ask Bijit Bhai a question, please? Then we really want to listen to your experience. How do you stay on? Bijit Bhai, have you heard about this cat and milk? Once a cat has tasted the milk, no, it'll never, never forget it. But what happens, the cat is such an animal that it goes to different places, traces milk from everywhere. But we have tasted this milk, and that milk taste will never, never forget. The cat will come back. Maybe you would have forgotten, but your Atma, the soul, can never, never. If suppose you have really taken that milk in the way, the cat and the milk, I don't think it can break. I don't know. I take it like that. That's why when you said sometimes it breaks, anything can break. Your meditation can break, your anything can break. Please remember that your connection of the soul after so many things, once you drank that milk of the Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba, it's difficult. The cat has to change its pedigree then only something like that. But yeah, some influence can be
Yeah,
there.
see,
Anyway, I just wanted to share
see,
this. We will see what
yeah,
Harshabhai say.
uh, yeah, 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 we like to do it. That's why, again, see, for example, we go beyond body, become bodiless as a soul, and go to Parandam, and then meet Baba, take his energy, right? We visualize that, and suddenly a call comes, right? Sound. So I fall down from Parandam, right? And I take the call, and to answer the call, I have to create thoughts, right? I may have to answer somebody, maybe I have to give some response, maybe I have to think about what I did, and then um, guide him over the phone. And after 5-10 minutes, again I come back, and to go to Parandam and experience and having the same stage where I was, right? It takes time, right? I experienced that. I'm not sure about others. Yes, so Sometimes that doesn't come, the same stage that I was holding earlier. Okay, yeah. Shanti. Over to you.
Yeah, no, it is. I am sure like every one of us relate to what you just shared, but especially once I remember when I was in Madhuban, I was really in my zone. Something popped in my head, and it totally ruined. I didn't feel anything what I was feeling just a moment before. And I was really upset. Like, why? What did I do? Like, I lost everything. I felt really upset. Um, and then I was asking, I think Sister Denise was giving the class on that. And I asked her, like, why does this happen? I don't like what happened. I was in my zone. All of a sudden, it's not coming from outside. Some thought popped up in my head, and then boom, whole of my stage was ruined. I don't know. I was not feeling that subtlety. I was not in my zone. I was like very, uh, as if, when you're swimming, all of a sudden a big wave comes and then start drowning you. All along I was floating. All of a sudden I was sinking. I don't know what happened, and I feel very physical. So then she said like, oh, so you're really working out. She was telling that, yeah. So whatever you're doing, it is right. So that is how it should happen. If somebody says like you're always in the zone, that means like they are not in the zone. In other words, that's what she was telling. So having said that, uh, one thing that I found is, when in a conversation, all of a sudden when you're having at work, when you're having we are talking to somebody seriously, and all of a sudden somebody pops in, and then they are waiting, and then they step in, and then they start asking something important. It's like, oh, I need your attention here, can you help me out here? So sometimes what do we do is, I mean, like as a leader, most of the time what leaders try to do is like, whoever is in the room, they say like, what do you think about this? You see, right? So they start involving others who are in the room in that new conversation, and then make them others feel they're part of it together. So similarly, when some situations will come up, right? Like some call will come up, just to keep that continuity of keeping Baba in the loop, right? Uh, when somebody comes, gives a call like, oh, what about this and that, and then you have to think about it, and then you have that conversation with them, and then you close it, and then you want to go back to your meditation. So before jumping to the meditation, if you try to have this bridge between what just happened, like I have to step into this physical awareness to have this conversation, and then now I have to remember Baba in the soul world. So now there is a big gap. So in between, if we start saying like, okay, Baba, what do you think about this? What the conversation just happened? Do you think it is a right thing or wrong thing, or like just keeping him in the loop, keeping him updated with what just happened, it makes us feel that there is a continuation. So, and then we are not just remembering Baba in the soul world, we are remembering Baba here in the ground, in the physical reality, interacting with people. While interacting with people, we are remembering Baba. So in other words, we are keeping him in the loop. So the more I start bringing him in this physical loop, I feel mm, more Baba can help us in this physical world, in the situation, in interacting with others. Uh, I think there is a reason why that scene comes in the drama, and the expectation I feel why the drama is designed in such a way for us to play our role here is to bring Baba into this physical world. So I mean, I'm just thinking in that lines that we need to keep Baba in the loop. So engage him in the conversation. Like if I have to think about like, oh, how do I solve this problem? So bring him in the loop. Like I'm thinking like this. What do you think about it? Like as if you have somebody else to consult. Keep Baba as a consultant and then say like, what do you think about this? Do you think it is a? This is what I'm thinking. What do you think? As if he's one more person in this physical realm. Just a few thoughts. Does it make sense, Bijit bhai?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, nice.
And definitely, we are not feeling in that subtle state, being in the soul world, totally absorbed in that stillness. But
But just to experience Baba all the time that you said makes sense, but always see him in this physical world and make him our companion and interact with him. That makes sense actually.
yeah,
Then we trying all the time to go beyond sound, um,
mm,
leaving this physical world. That I think that is where things are becoming complicated a little bit,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there is a reason uh, for the confluence age being in this physical realm. In other words, mm, Baba has to act in this physical world. So, I mean, like, we remembering Baba in the soul world is a good way to anchor ourselves. But once we anchor, we should bring him down here in action. I feel. I think that is when he can create experiences for others through us. But it can only happen if we allow him to, if we involve him in our day to day activities. Eventually it is Baba who is going to give an experience, it is Baba who is going to make a difference, but we need to allow him in our day-to-day activities. I feel like more we bring him, more we keep him in the loop, more we allow him to act, uh, more in terms of our head and heart, that will create an impact in this physical plane, and that impact is what souls remember, and that will become a portal to head to the other side. It will become like a like the wormhole that they call to go to the other side.
Um, Harshaba, I think I like this one point which you said, bring him down. Because
Mm,
Baba very can give us tall orders when he's in Paramdam. And in
mm,
Paramdam, as you rightly said, he's just a point of light. What does he understand? What are our feelings? How we are caught up in this world? As you said, that one thing, bring him down. So
mm,
here, no, Bijit Bhai, just if you try going to Paramdam and solve it, it's not going to solve. Remember, he is the master over there. Brahmand ka master he is. So he will talk high and mighty, which will not enter our head, point of light, and we are still in our form. So it's good to bring down. Secondly, I also like what you said to keep him in the loop better. For that, I remember, there used to be a small picture where a child's hand and the father is trying to catch the palm of the child, but only one finger is there.
yeah,
So we should always see, if you lose that, then you cannot bring him down. Your connection is like, it becomes like an archived call. That also, I think nowadays you can retrieve. But if it is gone. So for that only we have all this Amrit Vela, this, that to see that finger is not lost. Even earlier, I remember there used to be a poem. A child gave a broken toy to God and said, God, can you please repair it? Because the eyes of my toy is not blinking. God started working on the toy. After 10 minutes, the child saying, no, 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 it's not like that. It should be like that. Again, God said, okay, and change. Then after a few minutes, God got fed up. He said, do you want me to work it on or do you have any idea about? Then the child so cutely, it sits down, puts a finger on its lip and said, no, God, I trust you. So that trust must also be there, I think. I think that's what we have to do. Harishta Bhai, do you have time if I can ask you something or
yeah,
a small? Yeah, because so there was this one line, if you can just throw some light on it. When you spoke about instruments, we know who are instruments and we know who are their role. And we know each soul looks at these instruments, Baba is saying over here on the stage. And then Baba says the steps of those souls are not on the ground but on the stage. All the souls look at the stage. Now Baba is mentioning two stage over here. And he says both these stages are high. If you can just throw some light on it, there is the stage of the unlimited world and also the elevated stage of easy effort. Both stages are high. Instrument souls should always have the awareness. Can you just throw some light on this?
Yeah, Baba always plays this word games of using this stage as internal stage and then the world stage together. So yeah, I think I feel everyone is Baba's instrument. Definitely Dadis are. And here in this paragraph, when Baba is talking, you guys know I have experience right from the beginning. So you know, you know how Baba's love feels like and all of this stuff. But when Baba is, if you actually see, sometimes when we go to Madhuban, if we are used to seeing dadis in Madhuban, and when we go now, we don't see any dadi there. And I mean, like we hear this, right? Like, oh, now we go there only as a seva, but we don't. We have our memories in Madhuban, but we miss dadis in a way, So when what we are missing now is what Baba is highlighting here. So looking at you, so people will understand what golden age feels like, what love feels like, what does it mean to be belonging to Baba, what does it mean to have Baba as a companion, right? Like whenever we are referring to dadis, we always refer to our perception of dadis when we met dadis, or how we understood dadis by listening to the stories or listening to the Yagya history and all other stuff, right? So all of that understanding itself is like a stage, like and that is what is that is what is going to help us to 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 see what to expect, what to even expect from Baba, so, and that's why, in even in Christianity, they have this version of Trinity. They say, yeah, God, Jesus, the Son of God, and the Christ, the Holy Spirit, all three are different, but for us, all three are same. you know. So they always call Jesus Jesus because for them everything is one, because their version of looking at Jesus is the one who acted on the word of God, and then just observing him, I can understand what God is trying to tell me. But they understand there is a gap. So similarly, we also have the similar thing, right? Like Baba is talking about, when you think about Bab Dada, both Bab and Dada are combined, right? So we always use Bab Dada. We don't say just Baba Baba. We say Bab Dada because we see somebody who is in the soul world who has no experience, and somebody in this physical world has acted and made a difference. So we use him as an example and as a sample. So Baba is also telling the similar thing, like you as an instrument, you are on the stage, so you are the samples. People look up to you and then use that as an anchor to pull themselves out of this. I feel. Does it make sense, Girija ma'am, or did I went
Yeah.
on
The
tangent?
two worlds I understood. Unlimited world is like you said, we instruments learning from dadis and all. So those people look at us as well as the elevated stage of easy effort. The ones who reached that thing. I think because Baba says if you are an instrument soul, you must have both these stage. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, and in a way, they are like a translators. Like all of this, be a point of light. Like, what does it mean? I'm struggling here. I don't have food to eat. Now you say, like, be a point of light. What does it mean? So we need to translate that. You need somebody to translate Baba's language into worldly actions. So instruments are those who are the translators of all the spiritual language into the spiritual actions that helps us to understand and then take benefit. Okay, so let's take a couple of minutes to meditate. Make yourself very comfortable. In your soul conscious state. And just try to feel you're the same in the soul world or here at this very moment in this physical world. Have this clear awareness that you are the same soul who were in the golden age, who was in the soul world, and who is here right now. And try to bring that sense of equilibrium, sense of similarity between all of these three, being in the soul world, being in the golden age, being here right now. You are that same pure, peaceful, powerful soul. Blissful. And free from any baggage of the past, of the cycle. Just remember all these 3 points coming together, merging. The moment where we are about to go to the soul world, the moment we are about to step into the golden age, the moment that we are about to leave this physical plane, becoming complete and perfect. Let these 3 points of time come together. Let it create your perfect and complete stage. Very close to Baba, Bab Saman, and feel that closeness to Baba as a companion. Carry this perfect and complete stage in your thinking and feeling throughout the day, in every interaction with every person. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harshabhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.